Society 3. And he worked with me in one of our startups. We took that one from 0 to 40 million together. So that was a pretty successful launch. He's done about 5 early stage companies in the last 10 years. Personally raised about $250 million in private equity for those companies from seed stage through exit. We've had exits recently with Cray. We sold a company to IBM. Got one in negotiation right now on the board of with Intel. I think there's an Intel Capital guy somewhere out there. So anyway, lots of early stage experience. I'm typically an operating guy. I'm a sales, marketing, business development guy. And unfortunately, I usually get brought in after you guys get your funding. You spend it all. Your product is almost done, but not quite. You don't yet have any customers, but the investors now have a stake in you. And they really like to see you succeed. And so then they bring in someone like me or George, and they say, can you help these guys get from where they are over the hump? And I've got weary of that, and I prefer to get involved with you a little earlier in the life cycle, so we don't go through those mistakes. So that's why I'm here. So thank you for welcoming me.
Thank you. So now we will have the first team from Job Ant with me, Praveen. Thanks for joining us today, Praveen. You have 3 minutes, and after the 3 minutes, you are done with the presentation. We will have questions from the jury, also questions from the attendees. After that, the jury will vote. And at the end, after all our startups have voted, we are asking the crowd. We will have also an online voting for all startups. So pay attention what Praveen is talking now about job ends. Thanks.
If you just try, let me just put on the... Is it working? Hold on.
Hello.
Here we go. Yeah. 3 minutes. Oops.
Hello. Job ads, customer-centric, integrated recruiting platform for employers and career platform for job seekers. My name is Sandeep Purwara. I'm the founder and CEO of Job Ads, the smarter, faster way to find jobs. I have a data mining and recruiting experience about 10 years now. So here are some of the platforms that you are aware of. So why do we need one more recruiting platform? Because it's broken. It's broken because recruiting industry is fragmented. The recruiting process is time consuming and tedious, and all those platforms lack integrated tools. With my years of experience in recruiting, as a trainer, talking to hundreds of employers and job seekers, and going through the pain which actually made me create this platform, Job Ads. So with Job Ads, finally recruiters can have integrated tools with sophisticated filtering, applicant tracking system, video interviews for seamless recruiting, which will help recruiters find the right candidate in the shortest period of time. We also help employers focus on top candidates instead of going through hundreds of resumes. We just ask them to focus on the top candidates, which will, to the other companies who you have to go through other resumes. With job seekers, we not only tell them which jobs are suitable for them, but we also connect them with the trainers so that their skills they can enhance their skills and get their dream job in shorter, faster way. Job seekers can create their video profiles and skill sets to have stand out in the crowd. So job ads help employers break through the noise. The job ads processes will help both employers, job seekers track and follow up, and also our app on Facebook will help have more visibility. The heart of job ads is to connect employers, job seekers, and trainers through integrated tools. So the supply chain of recruitment is smart, efficient, and fast. Our model is very simple, $50 per job, and all tools are free, and 20% of training fees. We are looking for team members with backgrounds in data sciences. We are looking for advisors and investors. Thank you. This is our team. Thank you.
Thanks, Praveen. Questions from you guys?
My name is Sandeep. It's okay.
Good idea. I'm sorry.
So first of all, it's more a suggestion than a question. I looked at the clock. It took you about half of your speaker time to explain the problem. You can probably do this in a sentence of 3 seconds. You talk to functions that you have, like integration and so on. You never actually mention what's really unique about your application. So from a presentation point of view, that's probably something you need to be really aware of. And now my question is, what is it actually what you do unique compared to anybody else?
I just want to show this slide I had in case if somebody asks this question. If you look at all these sides, everybody has a small part of the puzzle, but nobody actually solving everything in one place, and that's where we are different, and that's the reason the word integrated tools is really important, where right from posting a job till hiring, and also helping employers and job seekers to make it faster.
What I want to know is what are we looking at in terms of year one revenue projections and everything, and talk a little bit more about your go-to-market plan.
We are using different strategies right now to get the user growth. We have about 450 employers, 500 jobs already registered, and about 800 job seekers. But our go-to-market is to get the verticals we are working on is healthcare, pharma, and IT, because that's where my background is and I already have clients. And I think we're focusing more on success rate, not about how many registrations, but per job, are we really closing and finding the right candidate?
So, give me a number. What are we looking at year one?
Right now we are not charging, but I think I'm looking around $25,000 to $50,000 of revenues end of the year.
What's the business model? I mean, how do you generate that revenue?
It's very simple. Per job, we're gonna charge $50, but for that job, all the tools will be free. Right from interviews, testing, and applicant tracking system for that particular job. And we are charging 20% of training fees for the from the trainers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Question from the audience?
Can you explain what you mean by training?
I've been training, it's really important, somebody who just graduated from school or who've been in the industry for 15 years and they don't know what to do, how to find the next job. They are not aware of what their resume should look like when they come out. So we are connecting the job seekers with the trainers, more of resume preparation, so that the resume can enhance. But not only resume preparation, but also if you need project management, or technical skill sets, and we're connecting the right people.
Okay, one last question.
Yeah, I just wonder, it sounds like traditionally recruiters are charging a percentage of the salary for the job, and if we look at the Bay Area, people are making $100,000 in a salary. Why don't you charge a percentage of the salary? It sounds like you make a lot more money than $50 per job.
I have a company called Bodhi Global Solutions. That's the model we use. But we feel that it's better to have a per job instead of actually getting a cut out of the placement after a month.
Okay, so now I'm asking the jury. Yes, so the highest number is what we all want to see. We have numbers between 1 and 4. And so may I see your votes? So we have a 3, 3, and 2. So we have an 8. Thank you so much. Big hands.
So we have Mercury Kitchener with Robert. Just try it.
Okay, so thanks. 3 minutes also for you.
Hello, my name is Robert Kratz. I'm a PhD candidate at UC Berkeley. Just want to thank you all for being here as I introduce our company, Mercury Touch. So, let me open up with a question. How many contacts do you have in your address book? If you're like me, you probably have a couple hundred, right? And each of those people has their own way that they prefer to be reached. Okay, now to make things a little bit more complicated, those preferences can change, right? People get new phone numbers, they switch to new social media platforms, that kind of thing. So, right now, you're the one that has to keep track of it. It's a lot to do, it's a lot to ask. So, let me bring up another question. How many times have you run into the situation where somebody gets a new phone, and then they ask all of their friends to update their address books, right? Okay, and yet another thing. How many times have you missed an important memo because somebody sent it to the wrong address? An email address, perhaps, that you never check. Happens to me all the time. Okay, so what do all of these problems have in common? Well, we think that they basically all stem from app fragmentation and the decentralized storage of contact information. So, enter Mercury Touch. How are we going to solve this? Well, we're basically going to fundamentally change the way that address books work. Now let me walk you through some of the features of our service. So, the first one, preferred connections. Mercury is a centralized communication portal where you register your own communication preferences. Basically, you tell the world how you like to be reached, right? Now, this powers our app, which is actually an app launcher that handles all of these preferences under the hood transparently to you. So, if you wanted to reach one of your friends, right, in this case, I guess you can't see this, but let's suppose you wanted to call Captain Stark, right? All you have to do is tap your entry, and it would automatically launch the most appropriate app to reach that person. Okay, so key feature number 2. Right now, your contact information is scattered to the 4 winds, right? You have 20 different online accounts that all have your address and phone number. It's very, very difficult to keep everything up to date. So, Mercury, because everything is in one centralized place, makes it very easy to do this. You update it in one spot in Mercury, and it automatically pushes to all of your friends and online profiles. That said, privacy is a key concern, right? And again, because we've got this centralized portal, you have very precise control over who has access to what. Okay, so that's basically Mercury in a nutshell. So where are we now? In September, we actually showcased our tech demo at TechCrunch this month. We've filed a provisional patent on our technology. We've assembled our core team, but we're looking to scale up because we've got a private beta scheduled for November of this year and a final product launch in March at South by Southwest. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Thank you for your time. By the way, you can reach us at mercurytouch.net and sign up to be a beta tester.
Thank you, Robert.
How close are you to be how close are you to launching beta? Because beta is going to be very, very important in this CRM vertical that you're playing in. And one of the things that I want to look at in terms of beta testing, are you looking at any companies that might be able to test this company-wide?
So currently our beta test is going to be targeted at the Greek community at the UC campus, right? As far as companies that may want to partner with us initially, we were thinking actually to integrate with phone manufacturers from China. So my co-founder Vern has a business link, a connection that he's made. So yeah.
So that's great. So how are you going to make money with this? It's very, very important to generate revenue with this type of especially with the competition that you have in this business vertical?
Right, so we actually have several revenue streams that we're exploring. The first of which is actually VoIP revenue share. So because Mercury has control over exactly what apps are called to complete communications, right, we could, instead of using the built-in voice dialer on a phone, we could use our own VoIP dialer and get some revenue sharing from that. A second stream is, well, our online database has extremely valuable marketing data as far as people's preferences for communication. We've got real-time insight on trends in social media, right? So we believe that that will be a very valuable source of marketing data.
Yeah, so I think it's a problem that you're solving. The one question I have is having yet another centralized database the real answer. I mean, people have probably all their professional data on LinkedIn, so why not use LinkedIn as that already existing hub with everything on it? Website, email address, phone number, bio, and the users updating their LinkedIn profile as soon as something changes. So the mechanism is already there. Why not just use that?
So I think the answer to that is that none of those are really linked into an app launcher. It might be difficult to coordinate. It might be difficult to take that data and actually feed it into our system to launch the correct app. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't use LinkedIn, for example.
I mean, on the business side, it's rare. You don't need to use the data, just the links to it.
Well, okay, maybe I misunderstood the question. So what I interpreted was, you know, if you wanted to get somebody's phone number to complete the call, right, you'd have to pull it down from their LinkedIn profile. But what if they don't have a LinkedIn account?
What if you don't have a Mercury account today?
Well, that's true.
The likelihood that there's a LinkedIn account is probably a million times higher than a Mercury account.
So let me answer with actually a different thing. So LinkedIn doesn't have preference data, which I think is one of the main selling points for our platform. So LinkedIn, you can say you've got your phone number and your email, but it doesn't say when you want to be communicated with, at which line, at which time, which we can do.
Okay, thanks so much, Robert. Big hands also for Robert.
Will be our next.
Do they get to vote?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. If you guys just vote, in the meantime, I set up the machine.
Are you voting? Okay. So we have a 5 for Mercury. Thank you so much. And now the next 3 minutes are for you, Mapistry.
So 3 minutes for you.
Thank you. I'm Ryan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Mapistry. Mapistry is an easy-to-use mapping tool for civil engineers, contractors, and scientists that allows them to combine, map, and analyze their data from a number of different sources, whether it's laboratory data in an Excel file or field notes from a project site out in the field. Up until 6 months ago, I was running the environmental work out at the Presidio Parkway project here in San Francisco, the highways and tunnel construction there. And what my team was doing was tracking the locations of soil on that site. Some of it's contaminated with lead from leaded gasoline, some of it is clean. And what we had to communicate was the locations and information about stockpiles of dirt. The contaminated soil had to be shipped off-site to landfills. The clean dirt could stay on site and be used for the tunnels and roads they're constructing out there. But the problem was, my frustration with it was revolving around maps. I spent 10 years in the civil engineering and construction industry, and maps take way too long to create. There's only a few people in my company that can create them, and there's not a really easy way to share data and maps with my team in the field. So I left civil engineering, as I said, 6 months ago, and joined up with my wife, who is a software developer. She left Flickr Yahoo, where she had been after they acquired a computer vision startup she was part of. Her previous experience was at Cal and part of the Artificial Intelligence PhD program, and she had done mapping software for defense contractors. So we've launched Mapistry. We have had over 300 people sign up since the beginning of the summer. Through a partnership with another app, we're going to be on over 200 construction sites next month. The mapping software market as a whole is about $4 billion a year. Our primary competitor does $1.4 billion in revenue. But they're focused heavily on a desktop software, and you need specialists to operate it, and you have to customize in order to integrate your map with all the different data sources out there. What we offer is a single mapping platform. Anybody in a company, not just specialists, can go to it, click on it, see their info, get all the info about their project site. We've been self-funded to date. Right now we're raising our seed round, and we're looking for introductions to investors and potential customers. Thank you.
Great to hear there's a female entrepreneur also in the company.
A technical one too.
A technical. Okay, question, Axel, Bob.
First product question. So is this something that you've layered on Google Maps, or what are you using underneath your annotation utility?
So there's Google Maps, and there's a privately held company that does a lot of mapping software, our primary competitor. We're building our own database, and we're right now licensing aerial imagery from Bing as the base map to layer on top of, but eventually users will be able to put their own imagery in there. We're going to be tying in with like drone imagery. A lot of contractors are starting to use drones to get more up-to-date site maps.
Okay, so is the business model following Waze? Is the business model then to follow kind of a Waze business model, layer value on top of someone else's existing map, and then how do you generate revenue from that?
Yeah, so the business model is we're providing the tool or the platform. User supplied data or open data is what they're going to be putting into it. They're currently using other tools that they're paying for to pull their own data, other people's data together and analyze it. So we'd be doing a SaaS model, $30 per user per month.
So there is a lot of data out there. I mean, extreme interesting data. I just by accident got into this market once. So are you working with those data providers who know that in 1,000 feet depth there is that kind of water, while below that there is no water, and all that kind of information?
So a lot of those are, selling or licensing that type of data to oil and gas industry. So we would be either providing the tool to look at that data for either the end user from an engineer or geologist, or to the company themselves as they're gathering that data. So they would be using our software to look at that information.
So the question is, are you actually becoming a facilitator to organize data and resell it to a certain degree?
No, we would be not. It'd largely be user supplied data or purchase data. We are providing the tool to look at that data, but we are not planning on selling data specifically.
You talked about raising a round of funding and everything. What are you going to be using the funding for?
So funding would be for continuing to build out the product. We've got a basic version out there, but continuing to build it out. And then also on the sales side is, I'm the only one doing sales right now, is to build out that piece of it and gain revenue.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there a question from the audience? Not yet? Great, thank you. Big hands for you. So, guys, think about it and let us know. So we have big hands for 9. Congratulations.
So, mobbing cube.
Ignacio, great to see you again. We haven't seen you before. Okay.
3 minutes for you.
Hi, my name is Ignacio Roda. I'm the co-founder of Mobbing Cube. So, do I have the... So, in order to explain what Mobbing Cube is, I'd like to tell the story of this guy. This guy is called Jason. He could be one of your friends. So he's just a regular guy, you know. He has a smartphone. He likes to play with apps, and he really knows that he needs an app. I mean, he needs to create his own app for his business, for example, because nowadays you have to have an app if you want to reach people from app stores. So the thing is that he's not a programmer. He doesn't have any friend who can program for him. And he also doesn't have the money to hire a programmer because, you know, if you want to outsource the development to a development company, maybe you spend like $10,000 for creating an app. Okay, so he's wondering if there's any other way to create an app. And of course there is. For example, we have Mobbing Cube. So Mobbing Cube is the solution for Jason. So Mobbing Cube is a do-it-yourself app builder platform. So we offer a visual interface so that anyone without any technical skills can build a mobile app for Android, iOS, and Windows Phone. Okay? So no coding required. And also our business model is quite interesting because people can create apps for free. And in case they do it for free, we also make money. Okay? Because when they do it for free, we put advertisement in their apps they produce. And we share revenue with the users that create the apps. Okay, so a user creates an app for free and makes 70% of the revenue. Okay, and some users want to go premium. Okay, for example, a restaurant that wants to have an app, they don't want advertisement in the app, so they can go premium and remove advertisement. Or, for example, they can go premium for using some additional services like sending push notifications and things like that. Okay. So our premium model is a monthly subscription model, so it's quite recurrent. So people start paying 1 month and they can use the whole platform for just $9.99 per month. Okay? So now we are working on becoming around ad network because in the past we were using external ad networks like Google, so now we are becoming around ad network, and we are also looking for distributors. So how we market our product. So this is Switch, it's wrong. So we have two strategies. We go B2C and B2B. So we have more than 350K registered users. And now we are making 6 million ad impressions per month. And we are growing really fast because in July we have only 4 million. And in September we have 6 million. So we are growing really fast. And in the B2B area, we are always looking for web hosting companies and companies providing software as a service. Okay, and from now we are looking also for advertisers for our ad network. Okay, so we got invested last year from a Spanish VC, and I guess in 2015 we will start looking for a bigger round so that we can add more resources to our ad network so that we can have more salesmen to find advertisers and distributors. So yeah, basically this is Mobbing Cube.
One of the questions I wanted to ask you, it's very impressive the number of users you already have signed up at this point. Is the company based here in the States? Is your IP registered here also, or is it registered only in Spain?
Okay, so we are originally from Spain, and all our development team is in Spain. But last year, in 2013, in December, we started our US subsidiary. So I came in May to stay here, so I'm here to try to grow our user base here.
And what are you going to use this round of funding for? Where is the vast majority of this money going to go to internally for your company?
Okay, so one thing is that we have to grow our development team a little bit only, but the main amount of money will be for our sales team, because now we have more people in the development area than in the sales team. So we want to focus on more marketing and sales, and also for looking for advertisers. We know it's a brand new project, this ad network, so we need resources in that area.
How many apps have the people deployed using your technology, and what's the rate of growth, the number of apps being added?
Okay, so now I think we have like 20,000 apps, and like 6 months ago we were growing like 150 apps per month, more or less. And I mean that in app stores, okay? It's because a lot of people don't publish on app stores, okay? But now in Google Play, for example, we are making like 200 per week.
Okay, so there is an enormous amount of app producers who would take your tool basically to create the app. And most of them are free, or all of them are free? All of them free?
No, I think 70% of our revenue come from free users from the app part.
Oh, wow,
30%
okay.
come from paying services.
Amazing. So can you disclose what the revenue is right now?
Well, now we're making like 25% a month.
Cool, very cool. Thank you.
So everyone can download now and create his own app, right?
Yeah, of course, everyone can register, and if you want some discount, you can talk to me.
Okay, thank you so much. Ignacio. I'm checking for the next, and you guys are thinking about the vote. Okay, so we have a 3, a 4, a 4, big hands. Nice. Wow, thanks.
It's all about traction.
It's all about traction.
Is my take one pass it down?
Here. So Tony will be our next presenter. Tony, thank you so much for coming from Oregon down to San Francisco. Hope to see you always in San Francisco, moving to San Francisco.
We'll see.
3 minutes for you. That's yours. Can you just test it? It's working. Okay? Okay, here we go, Tony.
Okay, thanks for your time and coming down here. My name is Tony. I'm the co-founder and COO of Photoprint.com. And it is a web platform and also a widget that can also be used on the web. But essentially,